Hi Virgo, welcome to your weekly scopes. Please keep in mind this is only a general reading. Take what it feels right and with what resonates with your own life experiences at the moment. So Virgo, it seems an interesting week to accept and acknowledge uh, things you have been putting your effort and your investment in, and acknowledging that they're not bearing the fruits you have been wishing for, and that it's time to let it go, and it's time to check upon your priorities right back again without feeling that you have a dark cloud over your head, undermining your efforts to be happy and your efforts of success. But as a main opportunity, you have the Ten of Swords reversed. So as a main opportunity, you have an opportunity to release old baggage, old things you're still holding on to, maybe not consciously aware of it, but you are. And this week, those things may come to the surface. Things that you needed in the past to end, things you needed in the past to terminate with its cycle, knowing that that cycle is gone and it has ended, and refusing to give the final dot of that end. And now it's time for that situation to resurface. So you can have an opportunity to release it. You can have an opportunity to end it, to not be afraid to let go of things that are not giving you, um, they are not helping you grow and not helping you see the joys and the wonders of life. So it's a week. The main opportunity is to cut ties with deep, deeply rooted ties with situations from the past that even though you have known that they have come to an end, you still haven't put that finish dot into it, and it's time to put it. It's time to acknowledge your priorities. It's time to realize that your fear of losing, your fear of ruin, your fear of things ending is just a thought. It's a negative thought pattern you are wired into constantly, that it's controlling you and not allowing you to see the bigger picture, which is the beginning of a whole new cycle in your life, free from that conditioned state of mind that is just so afraid of implementing decisions that you need to take, and finishing things, uh, ending chapters of your life that need that end. The challenge, of course, is the sun. And I say of course because when we have to deal with those situations of ends, of things resurfacing from the past, we feel overwhelmed and we feel like happiness is a far, far, far away land. But it's not. So the challenge is still to acknowledge, I love this card, acknowledge the beauty and the sunlight that it's inside of you, and that sun, no force, no darker force, not even the darkest of all forces can fade out. That light is so intense, it's such a creative force inside of you that sustains you through all the trials of your pre-existence lives until up this one. So the challenge is to put your face into the sun, is to walk on the sun and acknowledge that joy inside of you, that innocent bliss inside of you, that creative power that knows that even though something may be ending, other things amazing are coming your way, and you will enjoy it. You will play with it. You will create with it. So the challenge is to acknowledge the good things, to keep as a positive attitude to this resurfacing of past issues, as brightest as you can, as uh, generous as you can, as loving as you can, shedding that light of the sun into the matter. So even though you're ending it on a really positive and great tone. The advice is the Seven of Pentacles reversed. So the advice is again to acknowledge that maybe you have put a lot of time and investment into waiting for this thing to change, to get better, to bear its fruits, the fruits of your intense work on it, and it hasn't. And it's been a while, it has been a long while. And now it's time to prioritize. Now it's time to redefine your priorities and acknowledge that that seed was not it was not going to bloom no matter what you did, no matter how much you put into it. And it's about accepting it and and focusing on the real priorities, focusing on the real investments you want to make right now, and forgetting about the old seeds that haven't blossomed. And it's about accepting it and still finding comfort in knowing that you have done everything you could have done. And now it's time to shift your perception into other things, into things that can actually blossom in your life. It's about you beginning a new chapter, and in order for you to begin that chapter, you need to let these things go away, because you cannot begin a new chapter doing exactly the same things you have been doing up until this one. So it's really about prioritizing your time, your investments, your energy, and letting the sun guide you, letting the sun being that inner eternal force leading you into knowing that it's time to end things. It's time to end chapters of your life that you have been resisting to end for a long time. The spiritual message is exactly acceptance. Accept, uh, accept what I was talking about. Accept that you have done everything you could have. Accept that you are beautiful as you are. Accept that you have done everything, and now it's time to let things go and let things begin fresh in your life. It's about accepting the truth reflected on the mirror of whichever the situation is. It's about accepting it with kindness, with compassion, and with that sun card illuminating your way. So Virgo, I wish you a great week, and we'll see each other in the next videos.